Hi there, my name is Justin Hyder. I operate a guide service on the Bay of Green Bay, Lake Winnebago, and a couple of the local rivers. We're out on the Fox River today, and today we're going to talk about the technique of vertical jigging. I think vertical jigging is an important technique to learn. It's one of the easiest techniques in theory, but one of the toughest techniques to actually practice. So we'll give you some tips today on how you can do it better. So stick with us here and watch us catching some fish vertical jigging. When we talk about the technique of vertical jigging, there are two main things that must be understood. The first is your presentation. This goes along with dropping the bait, feeling the bottom, how you're picking it up, all the things that have to do with physically holding the rod. And the second thing that goes into vertical jigging is boat control. And I believe the most important aspect is the boat control part of it. Your entire goal when you're vertical jigging is to keep your lines perfectly straight up and down. So to do this, you're going to need to offset any outside factors that may be pushing your boat either faster or slower than the current. To do this, your electric motor must always be pointed into the wind, and you'll be using your electric motor to compensate for the wind pushing your boat in order to keep your lines vertical. You can also refer to this technique as chasing the line. If you see your line is starting to go out at an angle in the front of your boat, you know you need to give yourself some power in that direction. If you see your jig is starting to trail behind the boat, you know you need to probably step off the foot pedal a little bit and allow your boat to drift back over the lines, and just follow that line. Whichever way the line is pointing, that's the way you know you need to head. Alright, once you have your boat control mastered, then you need to worry about how you're actually presenting the bait. Basically, all you have to do is just drop your bait down until you feel it hit bottom, and then you pick it up a few inches, usually let it pause there for a second, and then drop it back down again. And you can just repeat that cadence over and over again until you get a fish. How you're actually working the jig can be very important, and it always varies day to day. Some days they want it real slow, just barely picking it up and setting her back down, and some days they want more of a pop. I'll show you the jig we're using here. Today we've been using 1/4 ounce jigs tipped with either a 4-inch ringworm or a gulp of live minnow or live bait. We've been using all three. The ringworms have been producing the best, it seems like. And this green, purple, green color has been a good combination. But as you're vertical jigging, you might need to play with the weight of your jig in order to stay vertical. Sometimes the windier or the deeper or the faster the current is, you need to step up the size of your jig a little bit in order to maintain that vertical presentation that we were talking about.